And so it begins.
And it begins.
You really are becoming a danger these days.
What's she doing?
She's just, I don't know. It's like whenever we're about to start recording, she becomes rambunctious.
She's an attention-seeking little whore.
It's not even that. I think just naturally she only likes things that are bad for her. She loves cords. She loves plastic. She loves eating plants. You're trouble.
You're gonna sit down.
You're just natural trouble. Say something.
You don't want to answer for
You
what
never
you've done?
answer for your crimes.
That's the podcat. This is the podcast.
That's right. We're going to take her to The Hague.
I'm Chris Nougat.
I'm Pat Nougat.
It's a fun name for because that's a place, right? Is
Yeah.
it a city or is it the building?
I think it's both a city and where the criminal court is, but it sounds like a nightclub.
It does. Yeah, but the women are all kind of ugly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
True.
saying? Like
Yeah.
just
European women are known to be dogs.
Well, that's where the dogs go.
It's true.
You go, I'm dancing at The Hague.
Yeah.
My name's Barbara.
Yeah.
I dance at The Hague. Oh, I saw you at The Hague. But don't talk about The Hague in front of my wife.
That's right. We're doing a 2-for-1 on war crimes at The Hague.
Do you know, apparently, like, when we were doing all the shit that we did, this just go right into the fun stuff right off the rip. Welcome to Confidently Wrong. But apparently, when we were doing all the stuff we were doing in Iraq, the military had standing plans to invade The Hague if anyone from the U.S. is brought there to answer for our crimes.
Sure.
I mean, crimes maybe, but it's like it doesn't really sound like you're innocent if you have a whole plan to invade the European nightclub if anything goes wrong.
It is kind of like introducing force fields to a game of tag kind of thing, you know, where it's like we got these rules and everyone follows the rules. Like, well, obviously we're not going to follow the rules. Right. We will call safe. We will call timeout. It's like she's trying to scare me.
Yeah, she always does that to you specifically.
I know. Yeah.
She launches it. Yeah, that's very funny. Force fields and tag.
Yeah.
Just making up shit as you go along.
Right. It's honestly though, like, because I think Shane Gillis has a bit about how like fucked up it is that we have like night vision goggles and like everyone else that we fight doesn't. Like, it is just kind of like we're playing with like our own rules all the time.
Yeah, and we have all the gear.
Yeah.
You know.
You got to be kidding me. Sorry, vamp for me for a sec.
All right. Well, the cat's eating the plant, and we don't love that. She keeps vomiting when she eats the plant, so we gotta.
Please stop. All right. This is the most trouble she's been by far on an episode.
Usually she's pretty chill.
That's right. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, that isn't The Hague funny. I did. Speaking of politics, I did see this guy. Have you heard of this guy, Victor Marx?
No.
Is this
I don't
guy?
like that last name though.
I know.
I tell you what. Get him out of my country.
It's making me pretty groucho now that I think about it.
Yeah.
But it's this dude running for governor of Colorado as a Republican, and he is just blatantly.
His name's Marx?
Yeah,
that's just such a bad idea if you're running as a Republican. You know, sorry,
but he's just blatantly lying. Like he's just making he's saying I have an organization that saved 45,000 people at the border, like women and children.
What do you mean saved?
I don't know. They keep asking
let him in, or this guy really doesn't know what party he's running for. He's letting them in.
They just keep saying like, hey, like when did this happen? Like, do you have any proof of this? And he keeps being like, the voters don't need proof. They need someone who cares about them. And they're like, well, that's not what we were talking about.
You're focusing on what I said.
That's right.
And not the intent behind what I'm saying.
You're focused too much on the wording of what I say.
Yeah. You're like all wrapped up in finding the truth about what I'm saying, and just appreciate the spirit of the things I'm trying to say.
Right.
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I want to.
Who cares?
And my opponent doesn't want to. They don't want to save 45,000 people at the border.
Yeah. But I think my favorite is he claims to have ordered an airstrike that killed 70 ISIS fighters as a civilian.
Just called it in.
But it's just
ordered it on DoorDash.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
But like, I mean, I don't know. It's one thing to be like a news guy and like lie about being under fire. Like these are just such obviously provable lies.
Well, and you're bragging about like the least honorable thing.
Yeah.
Like guys used to lie about like, you know, heroic things in like Japan or something in World War II, and now it's like, yeah, no, I made a phone call and a guy hit a button from an air conditioned trailer in Nevada.
I killed 70 teenagers.
Yeah.
I'm a good guy.
Right. Yeah, so that sucks. I guess that is just going to be... That's like a man from like an old time. Like imagine that guy if before like the internet and before like even phones, where it's like you could just make stuff up.
Yeah.
Like the term con man, it just comes from like confidence man. As someone who's just so confident in what they're saying, everyone's just like, yeah, for sure. No, absolutely. Like, yeah, no, that box does turn $1 into $100. You're right.
Yeah.
No,
it's snake oil. That's good. Snakes are good.
Snakes are powerful.
Don't you know the history of snakes being good and not foreboding?
Yeah. Don't tread on me.
Have some of its oil.
Don't tread on the snake.
That's right.
And don't think twice about buying my stuff.
That's right.
But yeah, we were talking the other day about speaking of people lying. Biggie Smalls, rest in peace.
Oh, yep.
The Notorious B.I.G.
Rip to a real one.
He always raps about breaking and entering and committing all these crimes, and it's like, dude, like there was no way you were like, he was so unbelievably fat.
Yeah,
like there's no way he was able to do any of the things that he was bragging about doing.
He's sneaky.
Yeah. He's sneaking into a house, or he's like breaking and entering. He's just like kicking in the door. It's like, bro, you can barely lift that leg up.
Right.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Well, I think this may be incorrect. I believe the whole unlaced Timbs come from him having gout and just being unable to to lace up his boots.
I think that's why everyone wore like a 5XL shirt,
right?
Even when they they wanted to be like a giant fat guy.
It's for Biggie.
Yeah.
But I remember I watched the biopic for him a while ago, and it's one of the dumbest scenes I've ever seen in a biopic, because he's growing up in like the early 90s. He's growing up in fucking New York City in the 90s during the crack era.
Yeah.
And he starts selling drugs and like drops out of school, but his mom's like a good Christian woman. And there's a scene where he's getting ready to go to school and he's cutting up like coke. But the way he's doing it's just by like putting it in a big pile and like leaning down by like the side of his bed. And then his mom comes in, so he like really quickly is like, oh, I gotta hide this. So he just like pushes a plate full of coke like under his bed and then goes to leave for the day. And he comes home and he's like, fuck, like, where is it? Like, it's gone. Like, I can't find it. And then like, so he's panicking.
Yeah.
And then his mom comes in. He's like, oh, hi, sweetie. Like, I'm being your mom and cleaning. And then he's like, Mom, have you seen my stuff? And then she's like, oh, the mashed potatoes you had under your bed? I threw them away.
She says the mashed potatoes.
Yeah. She's like, oh, those mashed potatoes. Like, you live in Brooklyn.
It's funny to see like a mom in Brooklyn having the same like worldview as like a suburban like Wisconsin mom.
Exactly.
Like like a Christian Wisconsin mom who assumes her angel darling children are always doing good stuff.
Right.
Like they're out serving the community and not drinking and driving or whatever.
But it's like you probably see 8 people on crack going to work in the morning. Like, what do you mean you have no idea?
That is the one place where like maybe because it was always like that bullshit where like, oh, kids walk into school and some guy's like, hey, you want some free drugs? The things I'm selling, do you want that for free?
Yeah.
But I feel like that would be the one place where like someone might just offer you crack as you're walking somewhere. Well, and she just doesn't know what it is. Right.
Well, they do that in The Wire a lot. They'll show like whenever a new batch like hits the street, they'll throw out like testers, and it's very sad because there'll be these scenes where it's like everyone's like fiending waiting for like the new batch to hit. They'll be like, all right, testers are here, and then they'll just throw like 300 small vials of crack into the air, and then everyone's basically trying to be like, all right, let's see if anyone dies so we know it's good.
Jesus Christ.
There's like scenes where they're like, oh man, like this woman just died doing this crack, and they're like, oh, awesome, who'd they get it from? I want to get some.
I want to taste.
It's like when rats go through a maze and they're like, all right, the last guy who took a left, I'm going to take a right. I'm going to take that crack and do a little bit less.
Right. I'll be careful.
That's right.
I'm going to water it down with baby laxative.
That's right.
I do like, I don't know. Sometimes I worry about like the people that I think are like cool, like an ambitious like corporate ladder climbing guy. I'm like, I don't really think that's cool. Like I think a guy who just drinks all day and doesn't give a fuck is so much cool.
It's kind of cool.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, it would be cool to just like be a guy on heroin playing guitar. Of course, like I'm sure that's hell. I'm sure that is awful, but it's like, why is that so cool though? You know what I mean? Like,
I think it's just cool because like, the corporate ladder guy, there's a chance he's never going to be happy. The guy drunk at 9 a.m, he's happy. You can't say he isn't happy.
No, it's now true.
Overall, it's going to go south.
It's not great.
But right now, you're fucking 2 tall boys deep, 9 in the morning, you're like, damn, I feel good.
That's so nice.
I could probably learn guitar. You think stuff like that.
Yeah, I wonder if they like the guy, because that was like a big thing, like the guy from Led Zeppelin, like he was just strung out on heroin playing the guitar. But I wonder if was he always on heroin, or did the heroin come? Like, did he get really good at guitar and then got on heroin, or was he just? Because I mean, like, to have the focus to play the guitar, you literally just have to sit in a room all day, just again and again.
Yeah.
I feel like you got to be on heroin.
Well,
no offense to any guitar players, but
I also feel like society never like has room for like a moderate heroin user. Like anytime you see heroin in like the movies, and obviously it's very, very bad.
Yeah.
But it's always like you do it once, you're addicted. It's all you do all the time. I was like, there's
Right.
probably people who are like unwind after a shift with heroin. Like you never picture like an office worker doing heroin, but there's probably a lot of those guys.
Well, I think like they very intentionally, like especially meth, like I think like shows like Breaking Bad, like I'm not saying it's intentional, but like in the culture, every time drug use is depicted, it's always like, you know, like just trailer park, like they try not to make it look cool, and it doesn't. Like it's like the you know the meth heads from Breaking Bad, like that doesn't look very cool. But yeah, I mean, drug use is so much more prevalent, and it's just normal guys that you know work at your office. Yeah, they're probably doing heroin.
Well, also like at the end of the day, if you remove like obviously there's all the like medical problems too, but really if you think about it, the real problem with heroin is it just makes you too busy. When you do it, you're high for a long time. It costs a lot of money to obtain, so then you're doing work to get it. Really, it's just you just don't have the time. No one's got the time. Like in Breaking Bad, I think Skinny Pete, his character was like a piano virtuoso, but they got addicted to heroin. The real problem is you just don't have time for heroin and piano.
That's right.
And one kind of has more rewards instantly.
Playing the piano doesn't make me feel good and sleepy for 10 hours.
Exactly.
Doesn't feel like I'm in a warm bathtub drinking tequila.
Right.
That's apparently what's his name? Fucking dance Saturday Night Fever, closeted gay guy. What's his fucking
John
name?
Travolta?
Thank you.
Okay.
He
Dan Saturday Night Fever.
to get ready for Pulp Fiction, he drank tequila in the hot tub.
Oh,
because they're like you know, so he asked some guy on the street, he's like, "Hey, what does shooting heroin feel like?" He's like drinking tequila in the hot tub. And so he did that, and he's just like, all right. So then, you know, he would transport back to the tub every time he had to pretend like he was on heroin. For the role.
Tarantino was giving him notes. It's like, let me hop in the tub and think this over.
But it's also, I'm just surprised, like, you didn't just try heroin. You know what I mean?
I definitely shouldn't do that.
Well, no. But I mean, how bad do you want the part?
I mean, you already have the part.
Yeah, but how bad
do you want to do homework is the question.
Just make it impossible to shoot the movie.
Right. But I don't know. Yeah, like I feel like there's never any understanding of like, I guess, you know, it's like a society thing in general, but like anyone who's just like a drug user and has other stuff go. Like we watched the Anthony Bourdain movie. The entire time I was like, he's got to do heroin at some point in this movie. Turns out he doesn't. But the whole time I was like, how are they going to balance him growing as a person and also doing heroin?
Right. Well, I mean, and that's another thing. Like a lot of guys in the kitchen industry do a lot of heroin. I cannot imagine like having like being backed up with like 10 fucking orders and you're just like nodding off on hair. Like this is so stressful. But yeah, that movie was great. Yeah. Matt Johnson's
very good
whole
movie.
Run lately has been pretty awesome. He's pretty great.
The only thing that I disagree with is it was a lot of like I think they made the kitchen guys a lot more charming than at least the kitchen guys I've worked with.
Yeah.
It's a lot like there's that part like right when he gets there on his first day where that dude like throws up in a trash can and then calls him an F word. I was like, that's what I remember. That's my kitchen experience.
Right. Yeah, trying to fight you for no reason.
I think at least the kitchen I worked at in Wisconsin for a while, there wasn't a single guy in there who didn't look like either a white Suicide Boys fan or like an immigrant who is just trying as hard as he can to like make a bunch of money. None of them are like having a blast there, you know?
Yeah, it's like pretty down and out folks. Yeah. But yeah, in that movie, you know, they don't address like older Anthony Bourdain and like his like suicide or anything like that. But that's actually the one instance where like I really feel for like conspiracy theorists. Yeah. Because they invented all these reasons as to why he killed himself. And it's like, I get it, man. Because like, what the fuck?
What do you mean?
His death was like genuinely very sad. And I know a lot of people. Right. But like, you know, like people like, they're always like, oh, like they act like they knew him personally or something. And like, that's always kind of lame. But it's like, this guy had the world by the balls. Like he's like literally paid and had a career just traveling the world, like seeing like the best of people, like going to these like small little villages and just like having like an intimate meal with like a random family. Like you're seeing like the best humanity has to offer, and you still like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. But wait, what do they think the conspiracy is?
So they think he was, and I don't know where this has come from. I don't know why people think it, but they think that he was working on a documentary about sex trafficking.
I'm sure.
And it couldn't get out. That's what they thought No Reservations was about.
Really?
Nah.
Okay, I was gonna say that sounds
Parts unknown. That's what it's about. Like he's on the island.
Yeah.
He's getting to the bottom of this.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like, that would be true if there, like, what would be the bombshell about a sex trafficking document? Like, I remember there was this period where I worked at home and I was just pretty much watching almost every free movie on Amazon Prime. So eventually I was like, sure, I'll watch a documentary about child sex abuse around the world. That'll be... It's only 3 p.m.
I've been having a good day. Let's turn that around.
But there's like one part of the movie where it just like changed to like a different region, and it was like, all right, now we're covering Afghanistan. The sexual abuse rate for young boys in Afghanistan is 93%. And I was like, that is a high number. And I was like, that's about one of the most horrifying things the documentary could tell me. And it didn't change anything. I wasn't like, we fixed it.
Yeah, like we got to get to the bottom of this.
Right. And honestly, if
is that
anything,
real? 93%?
Yeah.
That's absurd.
There's a big, well,
it's ridiculous.
This will be funny for the podcast. There's just a big tradition of like, you're kind of the town boy.
So just passed around basically, like
yeah it's like a Friday night lights kind of thing. The whole town gets involved. But I think it's just because like there's so many rules around like marital sex that it's like, guys, we got a loophole.
Boy, they found a loophole, right?
Pretty much.
The poop hole.
Yeah, folks.
This is what you tune in for.
That's right.
The loophole is the poop hole,
folks.
Everybody. That's genuinely horrifying, and nothing's changed.
Yeah, but I mean, if anything, if Anthony Bourdain dropped like a bombshell on that kind of stuff, they'd probably just be like, yeah, you guys remember this guy does heroin,
Right,
they can pretty much find a way to discredit you if they want to.
Yeah, you can't really. Well, and what's interesting is he was dating a woman who I think was like intimately involved in like Me Too or like Time's Up or something like that.
Yeah,
like Time's Up. You only booked an hour. Like, well, that's such a weird phrase for that little campaign. But yeah, rip Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Especially with like, I'm just seeing more and more conspiracy stuff. Which separately from that, there's too many hot conspiracy people.
Really,
it's the realm
guys
of
and girls.
Guys and girls. There's this ridiculously hot conspiracy like gym lady, but like she'll keep making these videos, and it's pretty much like every celebrity that died, she'll be like, did you know that right before they died, they were against Israel? And it's like, well, yeah, everyone kind of has a problem with what's going on.
Yeah, not a lot of people love this.
I don't know if Israel killed everybody in the world.
I think you said this before on the pod, but described them as the Scooby-Doo villain nation.
Oh,
which is just, I think about that all the time.
Yeah, it's just like every problem now. Like they're saying Michael Jackson could have been killed by Israel. Like Princess Diana could have been killed by Israel because they all were like, hey, this is bad,
right?
And then they died.
Yeah, I don't like this.
Yeah.
Well,
it's like, I mean, that would have been like, they could make a video being like, oh, 7 days before she died, Princess Diana bought a terrarium for her house. What if lizards killed her? They didn't want to be caged in the terrarium.
Right. Yeah.
The dots are right there. I've connected them.
She crashed her car. Maybe the car was alive. Maybe it was a transformer, and she didn't want the world to know that there are transformers among us.
Maybe it was big seatbelt. Did you know that 8 days before Princess Diana died, she said, I actually don't really wear my seatbelt unless I'm on a road trip, and then big seatbelt fucking killed her.
Right. And maybe it was the queen.
Yeah.
Because 2 days before she died, she said, that lady's kind of a fucking cunt. And then what do you know?
But
she crashed.
No, I mean, it's getting ridiculous. Like all these hot conspiracy, like guys who look like me are conspiracy people. Guys and girls who look like me, we're freaks. Need to be conspiracy people. Like shout out, go on Instagram, look up Gengar Contessa. It's a hot bitch who talks about conspiracy.
Her name's Gengar Contessa?
Yeah.
You're making that up.
No, her
Are
name
you
is Gengar
serious?
Contessa.
Did she change her name to that, or was that her birth name?
I don't care.
They held a little fucking newborn baby. You're like, I will call you Gengar.
Yeah.
Now that maybe a lizard person gave her that fucking name, because the fuck?
I think one of them is like referring to like a group of people.
But yeah, Gang cards.
But no, it's like, because there's the thing
wow.
is it's conspiracies, it's gym stuff, but then it's anime. I'm like, you can't be hot and get all those things. Like, can you
Right.
imagine if I was like making anime Palestine merch? I would be ridiculed. But she's hot, so she can do it.
She gets away with it.
It's crazy. Uggos.
Yeah,
It's our territory.
And that's just, it just shows how bad things are getting. Like, we were talking about the hot couple that like climbed to the top of the Empire State Building. So this is like mid person shit. This
Exactly.
is not like hot people stuff. And yet now we're dipping into ugly person stuff.
It's ridiculous.
Straight up uggos.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like crazy, or like because she doesn't really seem that like outwardly crazy. Or is she out of her mind?
No, that's the exact thing, is like, not to be conspiracy about the conspiracy people. I think she's kind of leaning into it because the gym videos weren't doing numbers anymore.
Right.
So I think like she'll make merch that are like, Luffy from One Piece would free Palestine. It's like, you're right. We should focus on how anime characters would react to a real political situation. Right. You're absolutely right, you hot idiot.
Oh man, I don't even know what to say about a lot of this stuff anymore.
Always good for the podcast.
It's just goddamn beyond everything,
It's
man.
just goddamn beyond everything.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
And like I don't know. It's just it is nice that like we can all agree. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not good. Anyways, here's something that's also not good. Former NBA player Enes Kanter, who when he got his citizenship in America, he's Turkish. When he got his citizenship in America, changed his name to Freedom. Enes Freedom Kanter. I'm kind of like, all right, I'm starting to like this guy.
I like that, yeah.
He's dipping into the tradition. You know, there's like Meta World Peace, World Be Free is another great one.
Yeah.
An NBA player changed his name to World Be Free.
He got a patriotism transplant in Turkey.
That's right. Yeah, some people pay top dollar for
That's
that
right.
kind of thing. But yeah, he was an NBA player, pretty like mediocre. He had like a couple seasons where he averaged a double-double, but like he's a big man in the NBA, so it's like, yeah, duh, you're going to get 11 rebounds a game. But he is now saying he is going to play for the WNBA.
He's literally doing the thing that Republicans would. This is dumb hypothetical.
And you know what? I really think that someone's like paying him to do this.
Do you think so?
Not to get Mr. like conspiracy over here, but it's just like this feels like someone from like PragerU or like Turning Point sent him a fucking, you know, I mean, they're shelling out $300,000 to debate Candace Owens. You know, like, I'm sure they wouldn't be afraid to shell out, you know, $500,000 to say, no, tell yourself you're a girl.
Well, are they getting like surgeries or?
No, so apparently like the WNBA just has rules, like essentially like whatever you self-identify as, they're not like questioning it, they're not looking into it. It's just like however you identify. Okay, if you identify as a woman, then you're in the league.
I mean, I hate to say it, that is exactly what we asked them to do. That is kind of what we wanted.
It's just like,
it's very shitty, but I mean, it is what we wanted.
So like, you know, like for instance, like what was her name? Leah Thomas, I think her name is. Yeah. At least she transitioned.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, that's a whole other debate in terms of like, should you compete with women? You know, we are not going to get into that. But like they went through the process of transitioning, and you know, and I respect that they did it or whatever. But it's like at least cut your dick off. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, do something. Get tits. I don't know. Yeah. Like, you're just going to say you're a girl and now you're playing in the WNBA. Like, it's ridiculous.
I think what's going to be annoying is, like, if this is... Let's go with it. Let's say, yeah, Turning Point USA approached this person and was like, hey, we'll pay you $500,000 to publicly declare that you identify as a woman and then go play for the WNBA. Then people are going to look back and go, okay... It would be like, oh, like, you said whatever you identify as, like, that's what you said, that's what you told us, and we went with that. So, like, okay, fine. If you are willing to live your life in complete irony for 5 years, okay, yes, I guess you can make us look silly. Like, congratulations.
You did it. You won.
Yeah. Do you feel like a winner? Do you feel like a winner now?
I just feel like they had to have paid him because, you know, he's like a practicing Muslim guy. It's like, how do you just get a guy to be like, yeah, no, I'll be a second-class citizen for sure. I'm not saying that they're that, but in that culture, like, you're not allowed to drive in some countries.
Yeah, they definitely don't love that.
They don't. It's, you know, and it's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna, you know. And it's like it's not like the WNBA is raking it in. Like, he has more than I think he's made over $100 million playing basketball.
Damn.
He's doing all this for like
Chris. She.
Sorry,
Chris.
She's doing all this.
Chris.
She is doing it for like $100,000.
Yeah.
I used to make more money than WNBA players. They've since like raised the salary cap, but like I literally made more at some point in my life. I made more money than a WNBA player.
Ladies, clock that. And he's single.
How am I single?
How is he still single?
Oh, the list grows longer and longer every day.
But yeah, I mean, and you know what's so fucking wild about like all the like top like discussing that is just immediately just from that in my head I was like, oh fuck, we're not anti-trans now.
No, we are not. And that's what I said. Like Leah Thomas, she went through the process. That's all I'm saying. You should go through something. You know what I mean? That just tells me that you're for real.
Well, I mean, even if you want to wait before you get surgery or whatever, like it is, fine. If this is the Republicans, yes, we said you get to decide what you are and everyone else accepts it. And sure, in this one instance, you can make us look like assholes if they are faking it.
Right.
But also, how does this matter? How does this matter at all?
We went from Israel Palestine to this. And this is all a distraction.
I'll tell you what is not a distraction is the new enemy I made at work the other day.
You made an enemy.
I've made a new enemy
at the school job or the bar job.
At the bar job.
Oh, fuck. This person's on notice.
So I'm a bartender. I will say since I stopped drinking, drunk people annoy me a lot more. I used to be a lot more tolerant of it.
That's
now
fair.
It really starts to get my fucking goat. So this is a place. It's a nice place. I like the bar. It's been fun.
I've been there. I can verify.
Yeah, it's a nice establishment. It's a lot of regulars, and I will say some of them are losers. You just if you're regular in a bar, there's definitely at least a chance that you're a loser.
Yeah.
We got this one person. So I've worked 5 shifts so far, something like that. She's been there every time I've been at the bar. Never had a problem with her. So I work Saturday. Okay, my shift starts at 5 p.m. I'm there till 2 a.m. when we close. Okay, she is there before I get there, and she is drinking all the way up until about 11:30 p.m.
She's putting in a shift.
She's putting in an absolute shift.
In.
I think she probably spent $250 at the bar, maybe a little bit less. But anyway, by the time we're starting to be like, all right, this is because also it's a slow night. It's not like there's a lot of people, and every once in a while we see her. We're in her presence for the entirety of this time. So she's getting hammered. She's getting pretty obnoxious. Then she comes up to me. She's fucked. I'm on the verge of like, maybe I need to cut this woman off. She comes up to me. It was like,
is she like slurring her speech?
She's slurring her speech. She's saying wild stuff to people. She's talking about she's talking about like dog fighting. She's talking about how like you need to eat protein. Just all this weird. Just
is she a dog preparing for the next?
I don't
fight?
know. But she comes up to me and it was just like, I'd like to see a food menu. And I go, okay. I give her a food menu. She goes, can I get chicken tenders? And I go, sure. So I put in an order, get her chicken tenders. She gets it to go. She goes, I want to go. So food comes out. I bag it up. We got like big food bags. I go and I walk over. I'm like, that's weird. There's already another food bag there. Turns out she blacked out, and 15 minutes before she ordered food from me, she ordered food from the other bartender and then completely forgot about it. And then just keeps looking at her receipts and loudly being like, I don't even need all these chicken tenders. And then just keeps being like, I don't know why he gave me more chicken tenders. Like, I guess I'll pay for it. And I'm like, you already paid for it, you stupid bitch. And then the kicker is then for 20 minutes, she's just loudly like stumbling around the bar trying to give people these chicken tenders because she insists I like put them on their order by mistake.
It's like the bartender's the drunk one here.
Right.
You're the one who can't be trusted.
So wait, here's the kicker. Then like an hour later, we're kind of like, hey, you should probably go home for the night.
Yeah.
She's getting her bill. She starts like loudly talking to everyone else in the bar while she's closing out her bill, crumples up her receipt, doesn't sign it. And then I'm trying to be like, hey, I just need you to sign this. And then she's like, some other guy at the bar is like, hey, just make sure you tip them. You've been here for hours. She's like, why don't you mind your own business? And then now it's like a screaming, heated argument about whether or not she tips. But then what'll happen is she'll say something, then she'll forget about it 5 minutes. So after 25 minutes of proclaiming that she doesn't need to tip because she's here all the time and has given us enough money, she comes back over and is like, I took care of you guys, right? And I just keep going, no, you didn't.
Please leave.
Yeah. And then finally, after probably an hour and a half of arguing about this, she tipped me $5.
Oh my God.
I hate her. I hate
It must be
this
just
person.
so wild, like watching them sit there and just progressively become drunker and drunk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I've drank with people and I'll not see someone for a little bit and then see them a little bit later, like, oh, you're fucked up.
Yeah.
But I've never seen it like happen in front of me in real time. Like, God, it's like, I don't know. It's like playing like Clash of Clans and you're like waiting for the power to refresh.
Right.
Almost. You're just like watching the meter go
I
up.
also, it seems to be this weird thing where I think there's a lot of people who think like, as long as you're not drinking by yourself in your house, any amount's fine. So like, there seems to be these people where it's like, well, no, we went out. Like,
Right,
we went
right.
somewhere else to do it.
Yeah, I went out to a bar and pretended like I'm in my living room.
Right.
No. I paid an extra $200.
Yeah.
To pretend like this bar is my living room.
But yeah, like there was this other guy who was like, he's getting kind of drunk and he's being like, listen, man, like you put me in any situation, I'm going to figure it out. All right. I'm going to find a way to succeed. That's just what I do.
This is him, like he's like trying to add up what the tip is on the total.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I'll figure this out.
Yeah.
You put me in any situation,
Yeah.
I'm going to figure it out.
He's saying shit like, listen, you don't need to go to school to be a lawyer. All right. That's a bunch of bullshit.
God, bro.
But yeah,
what are you talking about?
New enemies.
Yeah, and it's like I don't think I think bartenders aren't allowed to drink, right? They should if they want.
Yeah,
'Cause it's
yeah.
like, come on, how else
Yeah.
are you gonna fucking deal with this? It's
true.
You gotta at least be like high, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I'm sober, but yeah.
But you're not even getting a little hot. You're not even having a little puff on the way up.
No,
to work?
because then they'll be like, hey, you smell like weed.
That's true.
And it's kind of hard to be like, no, I don't.
I don't fucking smell like.
What are you,
That's
a cop?
It's Axe body spray.
Yeah. It's Axe chocolate body
It's
spray.
chocolate.
I'm in middle school.
I am a middle school boy. You remember a bus driver who'd like fly off the handle if anyone even like sprayed
yeah.
Axe body spray? Some kid,
Yeah.
some kid apparently died from it, but I think he was like doing a lot. Like it wasn't just like one little spritz of Axe body spray, and he started
Well, no, I think he was just lying. I think he just didn't like the smell. Because, yeah,
Oh.
like, someone sprayed it, and then he, like, called me and my friends up to the front of the bus. Herkimer, shout out.
Yeah,
if
shout
you're
out
still
Herkimer.
alive. But he just goes like, listen, someone's spraying Axe body spray back there. I had a 6-year-old girl die in my arms from someone spraying that on a bus. She was allergic. She died in my arms. I couldn't save her, but I want to save you guys. And then later I was like, I think he was just lying. I think he just didn't like
He
the
wanted
smell.
to come up with an insane lie to correct any behavior that he doesn't
Yeah.
like.
But he,
Yo,
like,
don't scream too
deputized
loud.
us.
Don't be too loud. I had a little girl choke on her own spit.
Yeah.
because she was too loud on my bus, and now she's dead.
Her
she died in
eardrums
my arms.
exploded, and
That's
it killed her.
Do you want to be bleeding out of your ears? Quiet down back there.
Yeah. Listen, I make $8 an hour. Don't fuck around.
You know,
on
I
the
had a
bus.
girl playing music off her phone, and it blew up.
That's right.
Get headphones.
Yeah.
All right.
The IDF blew up her phone because of the music she was playing.
Oh man, they are doing some like Tom and Jerry ass fucking like stunts
Yeah.
to take out these guys. Let's see what else.
You get some comedy business on there, I see.
Yeah, a little inside baseball, but it's
Okay.
just, you know, like it. This booker from from New England who I've seen her. She's funny. I respect her, and I agree with what she's saying. But she was just like, guys, you got to reach out for spots.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, you know, because we moved to Philly and we're trying to get immersed in the scene, and you know, like I don't know about, I won't speak for you, but like I'm a little shy. I'm like not great at like putting myself out there, so it's like I'm just kind of sitting there waiting to like. You know, I'll have like good open mic sets, and I'm sitting there waiting to be invited to be on a show, and it's just
Right.
not happening as much as I would want. Is
Yeah.
because I never reach out. And
Yeah.
so if you're a comic and listening to this, reach out.
Well, yeah,
don't,
'cause-
don't think it's, and it's not that I think sorry to interrupt you. It's not like I think I'm above it or anything. I'm like terrified of rejection.
Yeah.
You know, like I couldn't look someone in the eye if I like reach out. And I mean, I have done this. I reach out to get on their show. They either leave me on red or just don't
Yeah.
respond. And now I have to look them in the eyes and act like I genuinely want to talk to you.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I want something from you. And I don't like that. I don't like coming
Yeah.
into an interaction like, oh, I'm trying to get something from you.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think just like every every scene I've been in, it's always a thing where it's like you get there, you slowly start meeting people, and you see who like run shows. And you're like, well, I just want them to see me do well, and then they'll want me to do their show. I don't want to like bother them. I don't want to be that guy.
Right.
But then every time you find out like, well, actually the guy who isn't that guy is unbooked on Friday and Saturday nights. Like that guy he's a very polite guy and he's at home on the weekends.
Yeah, he's not on shows.
I'll see people who like post like a full calendar. I'm like, you're horrible. But it's like, well, yeah, they're horrible comics who are reaching out. They're wheeling and they're dealing.
And I mean, these bookers are like, I mean, they feel the same way. Like it's hard to face a guy who, is like constantly messaging you for spots, and then you keep telling them no. Like it's hard to face that guy.
Yeah.
Some people are afraid to do it. Some people don't do it. Some people will yeah. So,
but no, I mean, I've seen so many, like you do have to be kind of like relentless and like keep reaching out,
right?
Because yeah. I mean, like I've had so many times where I'm like, oh, nice, I'll reach out to this person, and then like I don't hear back. I'm like, well, I must be the biggest piece of shit in the world. Like, there was a dude that I met on a show. We like hit it off, and then he lives in New York, and we were talking about like going down to do like some open mics. So I just messaged him and was like, hey man, I was wondering like, do you know like some good open mics like on the weekends, or like is it more worthwhile just going the week? Read, never responded. I'm like, yeah, no, I should probably take my own life, and the more I think about it, you're probably correct.
What's the best night to kill myself?
Yeah.
Thursday nights, you think maybe?
But no, I think I won't say anything. The most devastating one was did a show, met the headliner, seemed chill, like seemed like we hit it off, like came in, said he liked my set, I liked his set, and then it sounds like some weird game meet cute. Yeah. But then at the end of the show, he was like, "Hey man, you were funny. Like hit me up. Like I got I can help you out."
Yeah.
And he was someone that like could actually help me out. And then I literally was doing a thing where I was like, well, I don't want to be too like needy or whatever. I'll wait a little bit. Yeah. So I waited like a day and a half, messaged him, never responded, look him up, doesn't even follow me on Instagram. And I was like, holy fuck. And there's this thing where it's like, you said to message you.
Right. It's not like you asked. Like he said to you, hey, reach out to me.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, I mean like everyone has to go through that. Like there's I mean, now fucking Bert Kreischer loves to bring up how Shane used to be messaging him or emailing him, being like, "Hey man, had such a good time opening for you. Maybe we could go on the road together."
He's so fucking mad. Have you been seeing him on podcasts lately? Like he's genuinely so mad that Shane Gillis like broke like the Guinness World Record. Because Shane pretty much became what Bert Kreischer like kind of was. But it's like he's an arena act who's actually incredible at stand up. Right. Like, and I think he's just I can't imagine being forced to confront the fact that you suck. Yeah. And you're not funny.
Well, it's also like it's very tough to come back from a guy whose thing is being a family guy who loves drinking, and then you publicly say that your family has asked you to not drink and not talk about them. Yeah. It's like, well, that you've lost both your things.
I think he literally said like, I can't generate material anymore because my daughters are out of the house. And my wife won't sleep in the same bed as me anymore. And she said, please stop making our family life into your content.
Yeah. But I don't know, like maybe it's just like senses of humor changing. It couldn't have been that. It hasn't been that long. But yeah, just like I don't know if it ever worked, but the idea of someone like high-pitched squealing with laughter saying like a horrifying truth about their life is just sad. Just
it's well, I think he got really big right on the cusp of it not being funny. You know what I mean? I think it was compelling because like it was almost kind of sad, and now we've crossed the Rubicon, and now we're in. This is just sad.
Yeah. Well, also, I think another thing that has changed with like time, with like when he was young, because also like Bert Kreischer is the inspiration for Van Wilder. So a cool, fun guy who took 7 years to finish college. Right. That is something that got uncharming remarkably fast.
Yeah.
Like that used to be a cool guy, and like society has completely left that guy behind.
Right.
The guy who like can't finish college because he's partying too much, that's not good anymore.
It's cool to try.
Yeah.
Like it's cool to like care. And you're seeing that, and I mean that's why like Shane's completely overtaken him, because it's like he's not like embracing this. It's cringe to try. This guy fucking I mean, he said from the very beginning, like Babe Ruth calling his fucking shot. He's like, no, I want to be the best fucking stand up, and I want to help all my friends. Yeah. That's all he's wanted to do his whole life. And he put in the work. He made himself like the best comic. And now he's like reaping the benefits, and it's like Bert Kreischer was like, I'm not going to try that hard. I'm just going to, get fucked up every night. Yeah. And it's lost its luster. It's not charming anymore.
It truly has.
And then you see like he's all puffy,
Yeah.
And like he posted a selfie of himself crying, like literally sobbing like a baby, and it's just like he's like, I wear my heart on my sleeve, and it's like,
yeah,
it's
I saw some clip of him a long time ago at this point where he was saying like listen, I will never not drink. I just want to be healthy enough so that I can keep drinking for the rest of my life.
I never once hear him say, I want to, it's never like, I'm going to drink, but like, I want to be healthy enough so I can like run with my grandchild.
Yeah.
Like chase my grandchild. Never once, it's never about anyone but himself.
Yeah.
You know, and that's another reason why people just are turned off by him now is he is a complete fucking narcissist.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the same thing with like, everyone's also turning on like Tom Segura, which like the funny thing about that is like maybe it's different from my perspective because I never really listened to like either of their podcasts.
Yeah.
But like his wife seems like a nice lady, but was like definitely a much less famous comedian. And then now it's like this weird thing where it's like, it's almost like his entire fan base has sided with his ex-wife in the divorce where it's like, well, it's not like you were a fan of her, I don't think.
I mean, she was definitely like big. Like,
but like because of them, I think.
No, it was like she was big in her own right. Like she was one of like, I think it was like she was kind of like Taylor, what's her name? Taylor Thompson?
Swift. Yeah.
Yeah. She's a country singer. No, like Taylor Tomlinson, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think she kind of like overtook her, but like she was kind of like the Taylor Tomlinson, like right before so it was like probably like the biggest, like not quite Amy Schumer level, but like she was definitely like big in her own right. But I mean, it had a lot to do with like, but yeah, no, I think like their fans kind of saw like, Christina continued to be herself, and then you see Tom being like, yeah, shut up, pores, you fucking poor pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Maybe work harder and you'll be happier. It's just like they've seen him become a monster.
Yeah, I mean, I really think that basketball game changed the trajectory of his life forever.
Yeah.
I think because he was a tubby little fatso.
He was a tubby little fat,
and
and
that
he was
crash
funny.
changed everything. Yeah,
and now it's like you've lost what's funny about you.
Yeah. Well, hey.
Now you're just a psycho.
Well, hey. Maybe we've lost what's funny about this. Let's move to the second half.
Ding ding ding.
Yeah, what are we at?
It's
I was
second
correct.
half. Yeah, no, we're at that point, folks.
That's right.
We're at that point. We got some classics, some confidently wrong classics. Some relationship stuff. Am I overreacting? I'll take this one.
Cool.
Am I overreacting for threatening to hand back my ring after my fiance turned my 30th birthday into a budget test? Ooh. I'm liking where this is going. Throwaway account because he follows my main. My fiance, 31 male, and I, 29 female, have been together for 4 years. For his 30th birthday last year, I spent months saving up to take him on a surprise mountain trip, covered all expenses, and bought him an expensive espresso machine he'd been eyeing. It's a cool lady. With my own 30th coming up next week, I explicitly asked for a nice dinner at a restaurant I've wanted to try forever and a simple weekend getaway. He told me he was handling it, but yesterday he proudly revealed his actual plan. A stay at a sketchy roadside motel with broken AC reviews paired with a budget challenge where we only eat instant noodles to test how tough we are before marriage. When I asked about the dinner, he admitted he canceled the reservation because spending money on nice food is a scam. When I broke down and told him how hurt I was, especially after how I treated him on his milestone, he immediately turned it on me, calling me ungrateful, materialistic, and saying I was failing a simple test for our future. I lost my temper, and told him to pack his stuff and said he can't treat me with basic effort and respect. He can take his ring back. Now his family is blowing up my phone, telling me I'm being childish and throwing away a 4-year relationship over a harmless joke. I'm sitting here questioning my own sanity. Am I overreacting for pulling the plug over a birthday trip, or is this a massive red flag for how he's going to treat me for the rest of my life? Side note, I love how like in a lot of these, the family is very quick to weigh in.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I would not be weighing in.
up.
Yeah.
If my like mother-in-law is like blowing up my phone, like, nah.
No.
Get the fuck out of here. Shut your fucking mouth.
I think, no, I definitely think you're not overreacting.
You're not overreacting.
I think like even like it would be weird enough if the guy wanted to do this budget. Like clearly he was panicking about how much money the weekend was and came up with this weird like bit almost thing to like hide
pretty
that.
Funny.
I mean,
this is a test.
This would be a thing that would be like a weird zany thing to suggest outside of a birthday weekend. Doing it on a birthday weekend is crazy.
Right. No, it's very nakedly just trying to get out of. I want to know, like, did you just get fired from your job? Like, because it sounds like he wasn't afraid. I mean, of course, she spent a bunch of money on him, but it's like, he wanted like this expensive espresso machine and then is calling her materialistic. It's like, you were materialistic. Did something happen?
I guess the only thing that's throwing me off is the fact that the family was explicitly saying it was a harmless joke. Part of me does wonder if this was going to be a thing where he was like, I'm just kidding. But also it's like, did they actually go to the hotel? So he said they revealed his actual plan,
right.
A stay at a sketchy roadside motel, and the budget challenge, and the reservations canceled. Part of me wonders if he was going to be like, no, I'm just kidding.
I think you might be on something.
It also paired with the fact that the entire family was being like, hey, like, you're blowing up the relationship over it.
Wow.
So I will say, if this was an elaborate joke, I understand why you're mad, but if this wasn't actually a bit and he did cancel all the reservations, then that's insane.
I think you're right. But my thing is, like, this couldn't have been things. It's another thing we see all the time where it's like things weren't just like smooth sailing and then all of a sudden this happened. Like, something must have happened.
Yeah,
before.
But also, then if it was a harmless joke, you'd be like, "No, sorry, I was just kidding. I thought it'd be funny. You clearly didn't think it was funny."
Yeah. So no, you're not overreacting, but I don't think we have a reliable narrator here. I feel like we're missing some key details.
Yeah, because also, like, maybe this is just me, but how do you have a restaurant that you've wanted to try forever, but it's far enough away where you have to get a hotel? How far away is this restaurant?
Well, I mean, it could be like a staycation thing. Like,
that's true.
It's nice to just rent a hotel room and just
ruin
role play.
Just role play.
Act like you're a just $5 hooker.
That's right.
Visiting you.
What every lady wants to be is a $5 hooker. I want to be a hooker that couldn't even make money anymore today.
I want to be a struggling escort.
Yeah. I want to be a hooker that isn't even very good at basic math. I want to be a hooker that need a pimp just logistically.
Right. At least pick like a single bill kind of transaction.
Yeah,
like, get $20.
Right.
It's like, imagine like going to the store across the street to break a 20.
Yeah.
for some head. But I think we're missing something here.
Giving a hooker cash and saying keep the change.
Or asking, can you actually give me some? Can you give me some singles back?
Give me back like 2. Actually,
I want to get some from the candy machine.
Yeah, I have had a few people pay me to settle out their tabs, and I'll kind of you assume that the rest is a tip. You say, "Do you need change?" And they go, "Yeah, give it all back." And I'm like, "Okay, all right, okay."
So all right. Am I the asshole?
Am I the asshole for ruining the vacation?
In all caps.
3 of us went on vacation together. I was carrying the main suitcase. What? Wait, what? What? Which had everyone's clothes in it, while the other 2 only had backpack. Is that a girl thing? The main suitcase?
I think that's a larger party trip kind of thing, because it costs money to check a bag.
So they're flying. Okay. Anyway, I got very distracted by that. I carried it all the way from Altunaluk to Kunda using buses and public transportation, and kept carrying it while we walked around Kunda.
Can I just see where the fuck Kunda is?
Yeah,
'cause that sounds like a made up realm from a fucking video game. Kunda Island is an island off the coast of Turkey.
Well, also with Antaluk, that does kind of sound
Is
like,
that
or
Turkish?
Altunaluk. It sounds Turkish. Altunaluk. Yeah, Turkey.
Okay.
So they're in Turkey.
This is a Turkish
All
person, which is relevant.
Carried it to Kunda using buses and public transportation, kept carrying while I walked around Kunda. I also had my own shoulder bag. When we were almost at the hotel, there was a steep uphill road and it was extremely hot around noon. I was exhausted and asked them to carry the suitcase for the remaining 5 to 8 minutes. They both refused and just kept walking. I eventually had to sit down on the side of the road because I was completely exhausted. My phone overheated and shut itself down, so I couldn't even use maps to find my way to the hotel. So they just left her. I had to sit in the shade for about 30 minutes waiting for my phone to cool down and turn back on. They didn't wait for me and went to the hotel without me. When I finally made it there, neither of them asked what happened or whether I was okay. Later, they simply asked if I wanted to go get dinner, and when I stayed quiet, they still didn't ask what was wrong. Eventually, I snapped. Their response was basically, "We didn't know. You should have told us. We tried to call you." Am I wrong for being upset and not wanting to talk to them? One more thing I want to add. When I asked them to help me, they told me, "You wanted to carry the suitcase, so keep carrying it." And they just kept walking. Out of anger, I said, "Where are you going? I'll cancel the hotel reservation since it's under my name." But I said that in the heat of the moment because I was exhausted and frustrated. When we argued this morning, they told me that I had threatened them and that I should have asked them properly to carry the suitcase. But I did ask them properly in the first place. I wasn't demanding anything. I was simply asking for help after carrying it for almost 3 hours. Damn.
I feel like this is another instance of an unreliable narrator here. Because, like, you're going to cancel the reservation on everybody?
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
I mean, also, this is maybe going to make me sound like an elitist pig, but I figure it sounds like that's a long distance from these two places using public transportation and buses and then walking for 3 hours. Mm-hmm. And then you're also sharing a main suitcase. Is it possible you've overshot what you can afford on this vacation?
And you're trying to get out of the reservation?
Well, I don't know about that. Just like in general, it kind of seems like a very unfun vacation.
Yeah.
To be like, let's walk 3 hours with one suitcase to the hotel.
Right. Yeah. I think maybe the suitcase was their idea, and now they're trying to like pawn on everyone else. And we're like, we just told you to pack a backpack. We're here.
Right.
We're here for 2 days. You can't fit all your clothes into a backpack.
I mean, yeah.
I like how you assumed this was a woman too.
I mean, the main suitcase thing, I've never heard of guys doing that. Maybe I'm being sexist.
I mean, every woman I've traveled with, it's like we're traveling for 3 days, and you have your wardrobe in a fucking suitcase.
Yeah,
you have your whole closet.
That's right.
Which on some level, I get it. It's nice to have options.
It is nice to have options. I always overpack.
But also, I want to know, how did you? I feel like they're omitting some information here, because how is the vacation ruined? They're saying, am I the asshole for ruining the vacation? What'd you do?
I think maybe they're just saying like, oh, did I ruin the vacation by threatening to cancel the hotel because I was angry, and then that kind of like killed the mood. Right. But also, like, I don't think I've ever just like been walking with someone on the street and then there's an argument and I just leave them.
Right.
Like, it's also, how do they get into the hotel?
Have you ever had any like vacation spazzes when you're on like a trip with somebody?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. No, I like, especially with my ex, like she'd always want to like plan a trip abroad, and I was just like, nah. This is gonna be so bad if we have to spend 2 weeks with you.
I did have a not like a add a person spaz, but I did have I was in Canada and I tried to get like a data thing to have data in Canada, but for some reason I called them and they're like, well, no, we can't give you data now. You would have had to call before you left the country. I was like, but I'm calling you right now. Like, you clearly, they're like, yeah, sorry, we can. I was like, all right. So then I was trying to find my way out of Montreal without maps. And I was kind of spazzing a little bit, but then I figured it out.
That's fair. That's fair. We when we went on the French trip in high school, we had one kid on the trip who I won't mention by name, but he had I think 6 spazzes in the span of 10 days. It's
in like, a large trip. That's pretty impressive.
You really get to know somebody, and I was like, oh my god, you're a fucking psycho.
Yeah.
Like, he would have this look in his eye, like he'd get really mad, like because we're all together for like fucking 10 days, and like, it's like me and like a few of the boys on the trip. We all had a room together, and one of them's just kind of fucking with the other. Like, we're all laying in bed, and he's just like kind of like pushing him around, just fucking with him.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, he just has this fucking crazy look in his eye, and is like about to punch him in the face. Like,
damn.
Yeah. But then we kept, sack tapping each other.
Okay, of course.
Classic
boy stuff.
Yeah. And this kid got, he sack tapped me out of nowhere, and I wasn't even really involved. Like, I was like, look, I'm trying to get pussy on this trip, right? I'm not about
17.
to sack tap, okay? I'm focused on the mission here. But I got pulled into the sack tap off, so this guy just sack tapped me first. I never sack tap. He sack taps me first. Pretty good sack tap.
Sure.
Then I'm like a crouching tiger. I laid in wait. And I let a few days go by.
It's more hidden dragon than crouching tiger, but sure.
True, a hidden dragon. And and the hidden dragon revealed himself when we were at the Versailles.
Oh.
And we were walking down this path.
Very out of the spirit of Versailles.
Well, I saw my opportunity and I sack tapped him, and I had like the perfect flick of the wrist, the perfect placement of the fingers to like just a hard tap. Dropped him like a sack of potatoes. It was perfect.
An act of war in Versailles.
Yeah. And he never retaliated.
Oh,
because he knew he's like I deserve that, and he got me good.
It was the spirit of Versailles.
I was worried he was going to get me, but he did not.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good. But no, I mean, it is always funny when like in high school when you'd see kids that like kind of have like a spaz or whatever, where you realize they're not domesticated yet. They're still outside dogs. Like they haven't been trained yet.
Speaking of dogs. Am I overreacting? My boyfriend abandoned my dog over something trivial.
Abandoned your dog?
My boyfriend and I have been together for 2 years. About 6 weeks ago, he met a puppy named Clover at a local animal rescue event and brought him home. I was surprised because we had never seriously considered having a dog before, but he became completely enamored with it. For the first few weeks, he devoted almost everything to it. He bought Clover toys, taught it tricks, took countless photos, and even canceled other plans just to stay home with it. Then, Clover chewed up a pair of his expensive headphones and pooped on the carpet. Since then, he's barely even looked at it.
Damn.
Now I get up early every morning to clean up its mess, feed it, walk it, and try everything to keep it happy, all while I'm working full time. Worst of all, Clover still follows him everywhere. It waits outside his office with toys, but he either ignores it or tells it to go away. Yesterday, he said maybe we should give it away because it's too difficult to care for.
Oh, my God.
I was furious and told him it wasn't the kind of dog you can just give away once the novelty wore off. What's the kind of dog that you can just give away?
What does that mean?
He's not that kind of dog.
Yeah.
He said I was overreacting and that Clover is just a dog. Was I overreacting, or is his treatment of Clover really a serious warning sign? I mean, yeah, that's fucking insane.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I had a cat that threw up almost every day. I never hit it or yelled at it or anything like that over there. It's an animal. Yeah.
Do you not know that you have to train the fucking puppy?
Right.
Like, yeah, no. I mean, this is it's one of those. Again, it's like, why are you coming to Reddit, dude?
Yeah,
like you need to break up with this guy. Number one.
Also, like, I don't know. I do think sometimes people are like too quick to be like, oh, is this separate thing a sign for how they'll treat me? But it's like, this is one of those ones where yeah, it probably is.
Yeah.
I think it's not normal to be upset about something out of something's control and then just completely neglect it emotionally. In like revenge,
especially when we went from so attached to just not even looking at it. Like our dad, we had a cat. He was an outside cat, and he pooped and puked in my dad's like convertible, and he never let it go ever. But he was never attached to that cat to begin with. Like, he didn't want to have a cat to begin with.
Yeah.
So now he's found a reason to not like the cat, and he's sticking to it. This person like loved that dog, and now you're like turning on this dog.
Also, there's a picture of the dog. Very cute. Yeah. It's a very cute dog.
Also, it doesn't really look like a puppy though.
No, I don't think so.
He's got such old eyes.
But there was that weird thing in there about the type of dog that you don't give up on or whatever. I saw this video earlier today. It was just some like right-wing female comedian, like a Republican comedian, and she was doing a bit about how Muslims are like pit bulls, and it was at like the Fort Lauderdale Improv, just like uproarious like applause and like laughter.
But how are they like pit bulls?
The bit was like, yeah, pit bulls are a lot like Muslim people. Like most of them aren't violent. A lot of them aren't violent. But for some reason, all the violent stuff, it happens to be them.
Jesus Christ. This is jokes. This is comedy.
Yeah.
Comedy. Just saying a point.
Yeah, there's like, and she's doing that like hack comic thing where it's like they'll say one part and then like there'll be like whatever amount of laughter and then she'll just keep pausing until there's another one and then she'll pretend that that's laughter from the setup or whatever. And then some guy's like, keep going.
Oh my God.
And it's like, dude, I hope you guys get firebombed in a movie.
It's just funny to like, because I feel like now it's like whoever like they claim, like I'm sure she says all the time, oh they tried to cancel me or I'm canceled. It's just like, you're not funny.
Yeah.
You can say shitty things if it's funny.
Yeah.
You're just not funny.
Well, also, it's like, I don't know. I am annoyed with the whole excuse of being like, guys, like, it's a joke. It's comedy. It's like, okay, but you talk about something. You talk about something true in some way.
Right.
You do think that there's something there.
Right.
Otherwise, you wouldn't have done the joke.
You don't just say just a random set of upsetting things.
Yeah.
Like, it's a joke.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, it's also like, okay, have we been at war with several pit bull countries for 25 years? Have we been killing pit bulls?
Right. Oh my God. Yeah. Well, Well, look at that.
But no, you're not overreacting. No. And as we always say, girl, dump him.
Girl, please dump him.
Have we hit the sacred one?
I think we got time for one more.
Ooh, okay.
There's one more quick one. Am I the asshole?
Ooh.
Oh, the post got deleted.
Damn. I guess they were.
Oh, well, I remember what this was. It was, am I the asshole for not giving his kid his college fund? He saved all his money for the kid. Kid says, I don't want to go to school. I want to travel abroad and become an influencer.
Well, there you go.
And he's like, no, I'm not giving you your fucking money.
It was the college fund.
Right.
Now it's the drinking fund.
Oh, my God. Yeah, it's the trying to get pussy in Brazil fund.
Yeah. I guess I will say one caveat. I would have been curious to know how much money was in the fund.
Yeah.
If it was like, oh, I set aside $5,000 to help you with college, and they're like, well, I don't want to go to college. Like, well, I guess I did save it to help you at the end of the day.
Also,
if it was just like, hey, I've taken like a lot of care to save up money for your tuition, and they're like, well, can I have $60,000 to go travel and become an influencer? But you can kick rocks. Right. Fuck you.
I want to know what kind of influencer he wants to be. YouTube prankster. No.
Kill him.
You should charge him money for living in your fucking house.
I don't know, man. I don't think there's any type of influencer that's worth its salt.
If he's like an Anthony Bourdain style, like travel.
I don't really know if that's an influencer though.
Well, so like I think he's not. He's more than an influencer, but like that kind of like, if Anthony Bourdain came up in this time, he would be considered an influencer.
Well, I think the difference is like, Anthony Bourdain is just like a guy who was great at cooking, so they inserted him into like fun instances of cooking, where like an influencer at the end of the day is, hey, I'm offering you a service. The service is idiots will buy things I tell them to buy.
Well, it wasn't just that he was good at cooking. He was great at cooking, and he was great at writing and describing the cook. So it's like, he was an influencer when influencers actually had to have like talent. Like he wrote a book and was like contributing to magazines and publications, and then raised his profile and became what you would consider an influencer today. But now to be an influencer today, you really just have to post content every fucking day, and just be completely like unashamed, have zero shame or any self-awareness on like who you are and what you're doing, and just.
I think if Anthony Bourdain was like doing no reservations, like today I'm in Turkey, and then he was like going around being like, oh, I brought you an espresso machine. The Nespresso machine, you can make coffee in 2 minutes. Here's a link below to buy an espresso machine. Or he's
like, I went to this house where this woman's making this great fish stew. While I was waiting for the stew, I pulled out my phone and ran some bets on steak. And played blackjack. Well,
but also like half the places that Anthony Bourdain would visit now would be like a place where you stand in line to take an Instagram photo for. Like it's, I don't know, it's just a lot of shit that gets ruined now. I don't think Bourdain would do that.
No. That was not meant to be disrespectful to Mr. Bourdain.
It was, and he's dead, by the way.
Rip to a real one.
And I think perhaps even rip to this episode.
I was just about to say that.
Hey, hell yeah.
Do you have anything you want to plug?
Not at the moment, no.
I'm going to be hosting and room running for Next Stop on September 11th. Never forget the date. And also shout out Nick and Nat's Patty Whack.
Yeah,
we were on their pod, so check that out. Listen to the podcast. Had a great time. And I'm sure we'll have one of them on our pod, maybe
even perhaps both.
We gotta have guests.
That's right. We need to
keep an eye out for guests.
Don't be guests.
There'll be some new voices on here. Like, who's that voice? I haven't heard that voice. What's this John doing on this mic?
That's right.
It's a Philly comic, and we're making Philly podcasts. So, thank you for listening, and thank you, Pat, for recording this podcast with me.
But of course, and thank you, Chris, and thank you, Garrett.
And thank you, Olive. Do you have anything you want to say to sign off?
That was awesome.
I moved her so she'd say something.
Good girl.
All right. Goodbye.
Don't get captured.
Don't get captured.